hold that thought, because President Ramaphosa is paying a visit to the late, or the family of the late struggle icon, Rebecca Kotane. Sipamanda Gogi, let's pick it up from you as the President exits the home.
Indeed, the President is here. Jeremy has just visited the family of the late struggle stalwart, Mrs. Rebecca Kotane. Hello, President, how are you?
Yes, very well. Social distancing.
Social distancing.
Social distancing. Yeah. Social distancing.
Mr. President. Mr. President,
you have just visited the family there, Mr. President. Of course, a struggle stalwart in her own right. Your message to the family, having visited them during these difficult times.
Well, I come to pay my condolences. We were very saddened to hear that Mama Kotane has left us. She was very dear to many of us, both at a personal level as well as at an organizational level. She was a stalwart in her own name and right. Up to the last moments of her life, she still kept abreast of the events happening. I had come to visit her just the year before last, and spent many an hour with her discussing about her movement that she loved so dearly. But we also spoke about her late husband. So she was very loved in the ANC, and I had a lot of time for her, and she's one of those at 108 years really was matched, the age matched exactly the age of the ANC. And so for us, it's a big loss. It's a big tree that has fallen, and it is for that reason that so many people are also here during even COVID to come and pay their respects. So we will miss her dearly, as the ANC and the SACP as well as the union movement to which her husband was very close. So this is a great loss for us.
Mr. President, how's the family doing though?
No, they're bearing up, and they looked after her right till the end. And that's what we are very pleased about. And now we go and lay her to rest near her husband, and that is the place that she will finally rest in. And so we will we'll take her to a resting place, knowing that she has played a key role in the life of our movement and in our country as well.
Mr. President, we would be remiss if we didn't ask you about the current situation that is happening in the ANC as well as the country. We are at this point where the former president has said that he intends to defy the Constitution, where the Secretary General has said that he understands the president, the former president, and in fact he doesn't see anything wrong with it. What was your reaction to the former president's letter to the Commission?
Well, I saw it as something that's in process. He has expressed his own thoughts and views that he does not want to go to the Commission. But this is a matter that I am sure he's going to give much more thought to, because he's being counseled by a number of people and a number of organizations that the constitutional structure that he contributed so much to needs to be given consideration, and I'm sure in his own mind, in his own time, he will think about all this. And I would like to say, let's give former President Jacob Zuma time and space to think about this, and also to hear what other people are saying. And in giving consideration to this, I'm sure that he will come to a conclusion. So I'm prepared to leave it there. And of course, we haven't really discussed it in the ANC, which is something that we will do. And so until then, anybody who says much more, I think would be just missing the point.
But Mr. President, there are calls for his membership to be suspended for what he has done. Surely, as much as you say he needs to be given time, what he has done is not right. What is your view on the calls that his membership must be suspended for now?
Yeah, no, but you see, that is really preempting something that is not even being considered. And I think those who are saying so are speaking, for themselves. That's not something that's in consideration right now. I think all of us need time to reflect and to think about this. And in life, it's always best to think about matters carefully and deeply before you come to any rushed conclusion, because those are rushed conclusions that really have no bearing to the reality of our situation. Thank you.
Mr. President. You are one of the people who were part of the constitutional development back in the days. And how do you feel as an individual currently, such kind of remarks being made, not only by the former president, but as well as the Secretary General within your own party?
Well, as I was saying, we all need time to think and reflect on the recent developments. And these are matters that need to be given deep thought before we come to any rushed type of conclusion or decision. So thank you so much.
But is there any consideration on the part of the top 6 officials maybe to meet with the former president to convince him, because he has defied it, he's not willing to cooperate with the commission, he doesn't want to respect the constitutional court? Is there any consideration to convince him?
Well, all those matters are matters that obviously are options that can be looked at, and let's see how the matter develops as we move on.
Mr. President, just one last question. There's been
Thank you.
Sorry, we are late.
a case that has been lodged against you called corruption and theft.
Yes.
Do you think that's part of factional battling in the ANC?
Oh, well, these things happen. And, anybody can go to any police station and lay a charge. And in the end, it really depends on whether they've got real evidence. So I remain confident that there's no real evidence, and whatever people are launching are things that are just going to pass. Thank you.
What is your view on the Nkandla tea meeting, Mr. President?
Well, anybody is entitled to have tea with anyone. Sure. Thank you.
Okay. Well, we are under siege here. The Presidential Protection Services here really pushing us away while we try to ask the president here. We are being pulled around here by the Presidential Protection Unit. But anyway, it is what it is. Jeremy, let us tell you that President Cyril Ramaphosa here is saying, well, former President Jacob Zuma must be given time to deal with his issues, basically appealing to those who are calling for his ANC membership to be suspended, saying, well, let them engage, they need more time to deal with the matter, saying those who have raised views that former President Jacob Zuma's ANC membership must be suspended are doing so in their own personal capacities, saying he must be afforded space to reflect as he's being counseled by many people on his letter that he wrote, saying he will not be cooperating further with the Commission of Inquiry into State Capture, and also defying the Constitution by saying they'd rather arrest him. He's not going to take any part moving forward in participating in the Commission of Inquiry. President Cyril Ramaphosa came to pay his last respects and visit the family of the late struggle stalwart Umamu Rebecca Kotane in Soweto. From here, the body of the late struggle stalwart will be transported to the northwest, where she will be laid to rest. But basically, President Cyril Ramaphosa also, we asked him about those pronouncements that were made by the Secretary General of the eNCA, Mahashule, saying he sees nothing wrong with what former President Jacob Zuma has done. Well, President Cyril Ramaphosa trying by all means to be diplomatic and to downplay what is happening, rather taking a very positive stance of saying, let us engage and we'll take it from there. He is of the view that former President Jacob Zuma needs to be persuaded, and he did say there are many people who are counseling him. He hopes that he will come to the right decision and conclusion and do what is right. It was to be expected that when the president comes here to visit the family of the late Straddle Stalwart, those questions were going to be posed to him, together with the question about reports that he is being investigated for fraud following those or the testimony of former ESCOM CEO Brian Molefe. President Cyril Ramaphosa saying, well, I've heard of those reports, let people investigate. And also we tried to ask him about the meeting underway in Nkandla between his predecessor and the former ANC Youth League president, the current leader of the EFF, Julius Malema. President Cyril Ramaphosa saying anyone is welcome to have tea with anyone, also downplaying the significant and the political significance of that meeting currently underway in Nkandla, where my colleague Desen Tathia is. But the takeaway point here, President Cyril Ramaphosa does not seem to agree with those who are calling for former President Jacob Zuma's membership to be suspended for now, saying they have not even discussed the matter as the officials and the National Working Committee of the ANC up until the highest decision-making body, the National Executive Committee.
It certainly, Sepa Mandla was an exercise, a masterclass in political defection. Jacob Zuma's refusal to appear before the Zondo Commission, and President Ramaphosa needs time to reflect, the party needs time to reflect, the issue needs to be given deep thought.